Breaking on 4 News Now at 6, new details in the case of a Riverside educator accused of using social media to lure young boys online. What police say makes kids a target online.
We are warming up again, but not for long. I'm tracking gusty winds and a cool down in the first alert forecast.
And 100 jobs are on the chopping block in the Moses Lake School District due to a massive accounting error. We'll break down exactly what happened that led to a $20 million budget crisis. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
We begin with breaking news. The Riverside School District educator and coach, already facing child sex crimes, is now being charged in federal court as well. Federal prosecutors charging Dallas Schuler with receipt of child pornography. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dyson. We want to warn you the details of this case are disturbing. Prosecutors said the investigation began with a tip to the FBI in Spokane on May 6th from the FBI's Child Exploitation Operational Unit. The FBI then met with Spokane County Sheriff's deputies and led them to Schuler, who works as a paraeducator at Riverside Elementary School.
As outlined in the state charges, Schuler admitted to trading videos of kids having sex. Investigators also searched through Schuler's devices after his arrest. They say on one phone, Schuler participated in chat groups involved in trading sexual abuse material. On one phone, investigators found explicit photos and videos that showed children being sexually assaulted. According to court documents, Schuler also confessed to having sex with 2 14-year-old boys he met on social media.
Documents revealed he was allegedly posing as a young boy or girl online. This case once again highlighting how dangerous the internet can be, especially for teens and kids. Marissa Rio shares tips from law enforcement and a physician on how you can help prevent your child from falling victim to online predators.
This would never happen to me, a thought the Seattle FBI says many families think. And what's terrifying is that social media apps, gaming sites, and the internet in general make it easy for these predators to mask themselves as someone they're not in order to lure in children. Something as ugly as online sexual exploitation can sadly happen to anybody, a problem the Seattle FBI has noticed an alarming increase in over the last year and a half.
They pose online as someone either, maybe of the opposite sex, about their same age, and trick them into sharing photographs ultimately, and then use that leverage against them to demand money or more pictures.
As kids spend hours on their screens, this is a trap too many of them have fallen into.
That's probably the most important message is, know what your kids are doing and let them know that you're not going to blame them for this. You're going to help them.
It can be tough to know what exactly your child is accessing and who exactly they're talking to when they're online. That's why an open line of communication with your child is crucial. So if your child does fall victim to an online predator, they feel safe enough to talk to you. One multi-care physician says it's also important to make sure your child is mature enough before allowing them to have social media. And even then, it's important to set some ground rules.
We never send inappropriate pictures. If anybody ever sends us inappropriate pictures, we need to show mom and dad, and we need to not erase those things. We need to never put our address and our phone number and our age out on the internet because it makes us a target.
Dr. DeHole says when your kids go for their annual checkup or physical, a physician is also a safe person your child can speak with if they maybe feel too embarrassed to talk with mom and dad. Multicare and the FBI provided resources for both parents and kids that you can find on our website at KXLY.com. The FBI wants to remind families that it's never too late to report this kind of activity. Reporting in studio, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Marissa, thanks so much. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is looking for this woman who they say used a fake passport to steal over $20,000 from 2 Kashmir Valley banks, one in Leavenworth and one in Cle Elum. If you have any information to help identify her, you are asked to call the Chelan County Sheriff's Office.
Well, we are having some beautiful weather this week, and the good news is there's more on the way.
Plus, it's only going to get warmer. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see just how hot it's going to get.
In the short term, only going to get warmer. We have some changes on the way as we get into the end of the work week. Here's the view right now from our station here at 500 West Boone Avenue. Clearing skies, a gorgeous evening in progress, and temperatures have been running almost 10 degrees above average It's 76 in Spokane, 68 in Coeur d'Alene, 74 in Deer Park, and 73 in Spirit Lake. We'll be in similar territory tomorrow. Around the region, we find 68 in Bonners Ferry and 67 in Pullman. Elsewhere around the region, we are in the 70s, and it is just lovely. A little bit of a breeze. We have wind gusts right now in Coeur d'Alene at 17 miles per hour, 17-mile-per-hour gusts in Pullman, and we will experience similar wind gusts in the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Here's a look at your planning forecast. 50 degrees at 6 a.m. That'll be our morning low. We'll be into the 70s by 11 with partly sunny skies in the afternoon. Notice the winds picking up in the afternoon. We could see those gusts in the 15 to 20 mile per hour range, a high of 77, 10 degrees above average. And then the winds really get going for Thursday, and that is going to bring in some cooler air for Friday. I'll tell you all about that and have your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Well, hundreds of educators are set to lose their jobs in Moses Lake by the end of the school year. The Moses Lake School District has a $20 million budget shortfall.
Over half of that is being blamed on what the district calls an accounting error. Our Hunter Bertram in Moses Lake, he spoke with educators who've been told they're losing their jobs.
Derek, Kirsten, it's almost the end of the school year, so that means teachers and educators are starting to wind down for their long-awaited summer break. However, for many, they're not going to be coming back next year to the Moses Lake School District as a budget deficit eliminated their positions.
We're bound by certain state statutes that require us to provide notices to certificated employees by May 15th if they are not going to be in a position the following year.
Nearly 80% of the Moses Lake School District's funding goes to staffing, so it's no surprise when a budget deficit comes, jobs go.
It's terrible, but we do have to cut positions.
Well, the Moses Lake School District has pointed to a levy failure and a reduction in state funding as a big contributor to the deficit. The number of cuts still could have been less if not for two major accounting errors.
So there were two specific accounting errors.
In a budget planning document, the district points to $11 million being counted twice. On top of that, the district budgeted for more students than it had. The district is overstaffed by almost 200 employees, and teachers in the district are earning $20,000 more than they're funded for.
Yes, it's across the whole district, and we're really aiming to make even cuts at all levels across the district.
The school board passed a budget resolution last week to reduce staff, cut extracurriculars like sports, scale back career and college readiness programs, and more in order to combat the deficit.
So it won't be business as usual, but we are committed to providing all of the required components of a public education that are defined by the Washington State Board of Education.
I spoke with a couple of the teachers who were cut. They chose not to go on camera for fear of retaliation. They worry that if they speak out, they won't be able to teach again in this town. The district telling me it does not participate in retaliation. But overall, educators tell me families, parents, and students are all upset that this multi-million-dollar error is costing this community the education it deserves. In Moses Lake, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
But Moses Lake isn't alone. The Coeur d'Alene School District is dealing with a $6 million budget crisis. One way the district is planning to save money is by switching from a late start to early dismissal on Fridays.
And this would reduce the number of hours teachers would have to work outside of their contract. One school board member acknowledging, though, this plan might not be perfect for everyone.
We can always do this for a year and then reevaluate.
Starting next school year, students would get out 2 hours earlier on Fridays. Last month, the board also approved to close Bora Elementary in hopes of saving around $1 million.
Well, a 47-year-old Cooley City man is recovering from being shot just north of Moses Lake. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the man went to talk about an argument with 55-year-old Brian Faircloth at his home. The man later came out with gunshot wounds to his arm and chest. He was eventually airlifted to a Seattle hospital with life-threatening injuries. Faircloth was arrested on first-degree assault. He's under police guard at a hospital for an underlying health condition.
One Western Washington county is testing out a 32-hour work week. The benefits of a shorter work week and which positions are exempt from the change coming up. Plus, Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown's new plan for the homeless.
We explain why it could lead to more shelters around the city tonight at 6:30. And experts say it's critical to sit down and have conversations about your child's mental health. Tips on how to help them develop key mental health skills next on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock. We'll be right back.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
When your backyard is bursting with color and beauty, you're feeling more than pride. You've got the power of the flower from the Plant Farm. The power of the flower gives you creativity, inspiration, energy, and so much more. With the helping hand of the Plant Farm, life excites and your talent knows no boundaries. Bring home the power of the flower from the Plant Farm today, because life is better in the garden.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
What does RV stand for? Recreational vehicle or ruined vacation? At Click-It RV, we want you to have a fun, safe camping experience. So for the month of May, get to any Click-It RV store and get a professional propane leak test, tire pressure check, wheel bearings, roof, slide and battery test. And all inspections are free because we want you and yours to have a safe camping season. Thinking of upgrading? Check out their used selection of new and used top brands like Grand Design, Rockwood, Flagstaff, Winnebago, and more. So get to a Click-It RV store near you for a free inspection and keep your family safe.
Considering a new air conditioner? Before you commit, call Bill's Heating and AC. We're elevating efficiency and savings by matching heat pump prices to any local air conditioner quotes and setting a new standard for comfort. Why heat pumps? Similar to ACs, they offer high efficiencies to heat and cool your home for a lower cost. And with the purchase of qualifying equipment, you may be eligible to receive a 25C tax credit of up to $3,200. Don't miss out. Call Bill's Heating and AC for your free quote now.
In news for your health, it's not always comfortable talking about mental health with your kids, but experts say those conversations are critical for a child's healthy development and well-being.
And the recommended age to start these talks may surprise you. Our Allison Martinez has tips on how you can help build key mental health skills early in your child's life.
You know how to make dinner for your kids and lend a hand with homework, but what about how to help them with mental health?
We want kids to be able to know their emotions because every emotion is okay, right? But not every reaction is.
Pediatric psychologist Whitney Ragland Bignall with the Kids Mental Health Foundation says many parents are divided on when to start mental health conversations. But she says the earlier the better for building key mental health skills.
I have a 16-month-old. He doesn't like sometimes when I have to tell him no, right? And so I'm sharing with him, like, I know that you're really upset that mom is not allowing you to touch this very dangerous thing, but mommy can't allow you to do it. And so it's helping him see that, yes, I know that he's upset about it. It's giving him a word for it so that eventually when he starts talking more to me, hopefully he can start telling me that he feels upset and he's learning some of those signals.
Ragland Bignall says parents should be open when talking about mental health and listen to what children say. Avoid distractions. Don't be judgmental. Watch body language and facial expressions. And don't ask too many questions because the goal is for them to want to talk openly with you.
Connection and belonging is so vital. Just as we need to eat and drink, we need to be connected with one another.
Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
And the psychologist says parents should also know they don't have to have all the answers.
Sometimes listening is really important. There are resources out there that can help. One website is kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org. FBIStateChart.org.
Well, the Department of Justice says Boeing violated a settlement that allowed it to avoid criminal prosecution after 2 deadly plane crashes involving its 737 MAX planes. The DOJ, saying Boeing failed to make changes to prevent it from violating federal anti-fraud laws, a condition of the 2021 settlement. It's not clear whether the government will prosecute the manufacturing giant. Prosecutors will tell the court no later than July 7th how they plan to proceed.
4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a warm and breezy Wednesday. Then the winds pick up for Thursday and Friday with mainly mountain showers on Friday into Saturday. We have cooler weather on the way. I'll tell you all about it after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Visit Downtown Coeur d'Alene this holiday season.
Western Skies Construction, a local owned and operated company with 3 generations of experience. We're licensed, bonded, and insured, and we offer free estimates. Our team is committed to improving the life of your asphalt parking lots, roads, and driveways. Call us today at 509-315-7974. That's 509-315-7974.
Spokane stepped onto the world stage by hosting Expo 74.
And Wendell Ford was there, celebrating our community spirit.
We're still here, continuing that legacy started by Kristen's grandfather in 1943.
To celebrate, we have some of the best financing and savings we've ever offered.
Escape, Bronco, Explorer, and the F-150.
Some with 0% for 72 months. Celebrate with us.
Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Drive for generations.
GMA tomorrow morning. Angie Harmon. She says her dog Ollie was shot and killed by a delivery person bringing her groceries in an Instacart delivery. Now, in a morning exclusive, Angie Harmon, who is suing Instacart, shares her story. Tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Lyman. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and my entire practice is dedicated to taking care of patients with knee problems. From ACL and meniscus tears to total knee replacements, I want to make sure you're ready for life's adventures. I'm here to help you master your knee pain and regain your active lifestyle. Visit me at the Orthopedic Sports Institute's new state-of-the-art surgery center in Hayden. Ready to take the first step? Call for a consultation today and let me help guide you to a pain-free future.
Call or click today and set up your consultation with Orthopedic Sports Institute.
I think I'm going to go with a 9-iron.
I'd suggest a 7.
No.
Oh. Did you know that if a bird picks up your ball, you got to follow it? Oh, there it is. I think it's to the right.
Nah.
Is this it?
Nope, not it.
More! Can I be frank? At STCU, we're always here to advise and consult, even if you want to go at it your own way.
Let's see what you've got, Frank. I think we should talk.
STCU Business. Partner up.
All right, around the Northwest, take a look at this video of a family in Monroe getting a surprise visit from a cougar over the weekend. You can see it run out of the woods and chase the family's 2 cats. There goes the cat behind the garbage can, and there's the cougar. It comes within feet of a young girl and their 2-month-old puppy. That's the mom picking up the puppy and running inside with it. Something eventually spooked that cougar, and it ran back into the woods. Thankfully, no one was injured. Crazy. It also passed like a whole bunch of chickens that were just roaming around in the yard that, you know, might have made for an easier meal than anything else in the backyard.
I bet it was enticed by the chickens, and then it just got a little freaked out by everything else.
It saw one of the cats and started chasing it, and it was like laser focused on that cat and was like, whoa, 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 where do all these people in this house come from?
I didn't mean to drop in on a party.
Yeah.
Jeez, and they normally don't aggress like that.
Attacks are very rare.
Oh my goodness. Well, also sunny 70-degree plus days are fairly rare in mid-May. We are above average again with our temperatures 76 right now. Reporting mostly cloudy skies at the airport, but they're just high, thin clouds barely filtering our late day sunshine. Sunny and 72 presently in Coeur d'Alene. Just a gorgeous evening. Here's a look at our high temperatures for Wednesday. Once again, we are going to be above average, 77 in Spokane. Spokane, 84 in Moses Lake and Omak, 83 in Lewiston, and 73 in Coeur d'Alene and St. Mary's. Our temperature trend over the next 7 days, we're going to be in the upper 70s for the next 2, and then a big drop from 78 down to 64 Friday. That white line is our average high, and we are going to be running just a little bit below average through the 7-day forecast. Not much below, but just a little bit below. And actually, those 60s might feel good. Here's what's happening Thursday, late in the day, a cold front coming through. You'll notice it does not have any friends in terms of showers and thunderstorms. Would love a shower with this system, but I don't think we're going to get it. Possibly Friday afternoon, we could see some instability showers, but it looks like those will mainly be over the higher terrain, staying dry across the rest of the region. Winds are going to be an issue, though. We see that winds will pick up a little bit tomorrow afternoon for breezy conditions, much like what we're seeing now. Wind gusts in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range across the region. Thursday's another story. Here's 8 o'clock in the morning, already seeing gusty winds. And then by the time we're into the afternoon, wind gusts between 35, even close to 50 miles per hour around the region. And again, those will be picking up in the afternoon. These are our sustained winds, 45 mile per hour gusts. Those winds blowing in cooler air for Friday. Just a 20% chance of showers and a mix of sun and clouds next week, but really pleasant weather, especially if you've got to get some things done outside. No sign of the 80s, 60s. Might feel nice, Kirsten.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Chris. Well, 3 streaming giants are now joining forces.
Coming up, when you'll be able to watch Bridgerton, Ted Lasso, and Yellowstone all in one place. And it'll be easier to watch Cougar football this fall. We'll explain why later in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Let's get going. Get 0 for 72 and $3,000 cash on an Escape or $3,000 on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. And when you can breathe better, what isn't better? This is better. This is better. That's better. And that. Even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. That's pretty good. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And doesn't that make things better? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma.
4 News Now and STCU are teaming up for a one-day Coats for Kids closet cleanout. Gather up your gently used winter jackets and donate them to us all day, Thursday, May 16th. Find a list of locations on KXLY.com.
So what do you think about these?
Yeah, we're going to take...
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. As your needs change, update your bathroom with aging and accessibility solutions designed to keep the space safe and stylish. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Attention Kalispell, have you worked or enjoyed the outdoors in Lincoln County before 2014? You may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. Schedule your free asbestos health screening on May 20th through the 22nd at the Hilton Garden Inn. Contact the Card Clinic to reserve your spot today.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Let's get going. Get 0 for 72 and $3,000 cash on an Escape or $3,000 on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Join us for the Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival, June 15th and 16th.
Welcome back. San Juan County is testing out a 32-hour work week.
So far, people are singing its praises, especially since they're still getting paid the same amount. King 5's Eric Wilkinson explains.
Mondays aren't quite so bad for folks like Tyler Davis. He does environmental work for San Juan County. When the county switched to a 32-hour work week last October, he wasn't sure what to think.
At first, I thought they were joking.
It's no joke. Most people employed by San Juan County now work 32-hour weeks for 40 hours of pay, with the expectation that the same amount of work gets done. Sheriff's deputies and emergency services are exempt. Tyler spends a lot more time with his family now and saves money on daycare. Work is better, too.
Certainly, morale has improved. We all enjoy the 3-day weekend to do more. It's not as much anxiety, I don't think.
County officials say they're seeing less sick time used. Positions left vacant for years are being filled, and taxpayers have saved about $1 million through benefits and cost of living adjustments, all without a decrease in productivity. Nadine Varsovia finished a master's degree with her spare time. The shorter work week, a definite draw for prospective employees.
You guys have a 32-hour work week. I get worked to the bone in private industry and don't really get paid overtime, and so that's what a lot of people are looking for, is just a nice job to give you stability that, you know, you can work hard but then still get to go home at the end of the day.
A recent employee survey found 78% felt the change had a positive impact on their mental health. 71% report feeling better rested, and 67% had increased job satisfaction. Some departments like Public Works and the tax assessor's office are having a tough time squeezing all of their duties into 32 hours, but for the most part, the new schedule is working.
Public Works isn't cutting programs. Parks are still open 7 days a week. Campgrounds are open. The county fair is coming around. The health department is still taking care of all of its major functions, and so we're seeing most of our major functions keep up with where we at before.
All right, now hold tight. The county isn't declaring victory over the 40-hour work week just yet. They're going to reassess in October and then a year after that before coming to their final conclusion.
Let's try it here in news. Well, the Biden administration is taking an economic swipe at Beijing in the effort to prioritize U.S. production. The president saying he will increase tariffs on $18 billion worth of Chinese imports.
The fact is, American workers can outwork and outcompete anyone, as long as the competition is fair. But for too long, it hasn't been fair. For years, the Chinese government has poured state money into Chinese companies across a whole range of industries.
These new rates, including a 100% bump for Chinese electric vehicles, are expected to occur over the next 2 years.
The Federal Aviation Administration has hundreds of employment opportunities for those looking for new jobs. It needs 3,000 more air traffic controllers within the next few months. The FAA hopes to hire at least 1,800 new controllers by September.
Well, you'll soon only have to pay one price to watch your favorite shows from Netflix, Peacock, and Apple TV. Comcast saying the new StreamSaver app is expected to launch later this month. The CEO didn't say how much StreamSaver would cost, but did say it'll be significantly cheaper than getting all three services separately. Other industry players have been making similar moves recently. Earlier this year, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Fox, and Disney said they were teaming up to offer a streaming service with games from the NBA and NFL. Well, Mayor Lisa Brown plans on closing Spokane's largest homeless shelter.
When it's expected to shut down, and the mayor's new plan to replace it coming up.
And parts of the U.S. are already dealing with air quality issues due to wildfire smoke.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hi, I'm Ken, and I'm a lawyer.
I'm Donnie, and I'm not, but I am an advocate.
So am I.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
Seriously injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
That's us.
All of us.
Every food you love is good food. And the foods we love, they're all a little different. At Yolks, we believe food is meant to be made just the way you like it. So whether it's filling you up, or giving you comfort, or trying something new, it's all good if you're making something you love. Whatever you're into, we've got you at Yolks Fresh Market.
Summer is here with a hot deal at Pape Machinery. Enjoy 0% financing for 84 months on select John Deere tractors. No hidden fees, just unbeatable performance. Act fast. This offer ends soon. Visit Pape Machinery Ag and Turf today.
When I was told I had a brain tumor,
My life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just one day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
This product changed my skin forever.
Paula's Choice 2% BHA, 71,000 5-star reviews, and over 30 beauty awards. Great skin begins with exfoliation. Available at paulaschchoice.com and Sephora.
When Mario needs to be at his best, he needs protection that goes beyond. Dove Men with 72-hour protection and 1/4 moisturizer. So he can forget his underarms and focus on being unforgettable. Dove Men, forgettable underarms, unforgettable you.
This year we celebrate Gary Middle School. That's where we're going to have the hometown Chevy Diamonds and Dreams. The whole infield's got to go. New fences, new backstop, and dugouts. The kids are going to love it. Diamonds and Dreams brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
Donnie, what will the advocates do to get our clients justice?
Everything.
And what do they pay if we don't win?
Nothing.
So we give,
Our all.
and the clients pay,
Nothing.
unless we win. Pretty good deal.
Pretty great deal.
Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, right now, the Moses Lake School Board is meeting to address its $20 million budget crisis. This budget shortfall is not just the result of voters not passing a levy. The district says more than half of its deficit is due to an accounting error.
Yeah, according to a budget planning document, the district counted $11 million twice, giving the district the illusion it had plenty of money to spend. That accounting error could lead to more than 100 people losing their jobs.
It's terrible, but we do have to cut positions.
At the school board meeting, a presenter said it happened when balance sheets were not cleaned up from year to year. Essentially, the district added money to one fiscal year, even though it didn't yet have cash in hand. And when the cash did come in, the district never went back and cleaned up the balance sheet, so the money was counted twice.
Well, the district also found it budgeted for more students than it actually had, meaning it didn't get as much from the state as it expected. An auditor also told the district it's overstaffed and that each teacher in the district is earning about $20,000 more than they're funded for, leading to an $8 million gap. Well, for almost 2 years, the track shelter in East Spokane has been a place to stay for hundreds experiencing homelessness. It was part of the plan by former Mayor Nadine Woodward's administration to address the city's homelessness crisis.
After conducting an audit of the city's shelter system, Mayor Lisa Brown's administration plans to decommission it. Bronte Sorotsky explains why and what's next for the people staying there.
By September, people staying at this shelter will need to find a new place to live. This comes as the city is looking to transition people into smaller, scattered shelters throughout the city.
You know, we know that the best practice is to not have large congregate shelter models.
Yet for nearly 2 years, the track shelter with capacity to house over 200 people was part of the city's plan to address its growing homeless population. With a new mayor, that plan is changing.
But a better solution would be smaller, scattered site shelters.
These smaller shelters would only house about 20 to 30 people each.
We also know that in smaller models, the impact on the surrounding neighborhood is much, much different than when you've got 200 plus people in one location.
Advocates for those experiencing homelessness are left wondering why this wasn't the plan all along.
Never should have been opened in the first place. And so the idea of eventually decommissioning the shelter and moving to a different small-scale model as opposed to this large congregate shelter model, that's always been our goal.
Despite this move towards smaller scattered shelters, questions remain about how soon this can be done.
We don't have any sites. You haven't brought the surrounding community around those sites up to speed on what's going on. Community relations is going to be key.
The mayor's office wants to complete these transitions by the end of September, but has not yet identified where these new shelters will be or who will operate them. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
A live look over downtown Spokane and Spokane's Riverfront Park on an absolutely beautiful and warm Tuesday evening. A little bit of a breeze. Here's the view in Coeur d'Alene. Also blue skies and sunshine. Nice long shadows in Rathdrum. We have sunshine as well. Looking good in Kootenai County. Our high temperatures today, we're running above average, 76 in Spokane. We were in the 70s in Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, and Coeur d'Alene. Stayed in the 60s in Pullman, but 70s just about everywhere else. 81 in Wenatchee and the Tri-Cities. We are going to be in similar territory, if not just a little bit warmer tomorrow, 70s and 80s across the region with mostly to partly sunny skies, few clouds building up in the afternoon. Here's a look at your Wednesday planner. 50 degrees with sunshine to start the day, heading up to that high of 77 with partly sunny skies and breezy conditions in the afternoon. 67. Again, our average high. We do have a big cool down coming, and it looks like that cooler weather is going to stick around. I will be back with your 7-day forecast and your 8 to 14-day outlook in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Well, while we're still in this warm weather pattern, now's a great time to clean out your closets, and we will gladly take some of those winter coats off your hands.
Yeah, for the first time, we are holding a spring closet clean-out drive for Coats for Kids. This Thursday, between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., we're collecting your new or gently used coats at several STCU locations in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We hope you'll drop off a coat and come by and say hi for a specific location. You can check out the Coats for Kids page at KXLY.com/CoatsForKids.
Well, Idaho State Police are investigating a head-on crash that killed a 45-year-old woman from Pullman around 11:20 today. It happened on Highway 95 south of De Smet, Idaho. The woman died at the scene. Her identity will be released later. The driver of the other car was airlifted to the hospital with critical injuries. Traffic is moving again on the highway.
Well, the Post Falls Police Department needs help finding 16-year-old Emily Jouvin. She was last seen at school last Thursday. If you have any information regarding Emily or her whereabouts, you're asked to call the Post Falls Police Department. Well, right now, there are over 100 wildfires burning in Canada. Smoke from those fires are already making their way into parts of the U.S.
Yeah, while none of the smoke is heading our way, it's not going to be long until our air quality is impacted as wildfire season begins. CNN's Karen Kaifa looks at what could be ahead during the summer months and how to stay healthy.
Another blazing start to wildfire season in Canada, with fires raging at both ends of the country.
The fuel or the vegetation is just so dry that, it's very susceptible to igniting and to spreading.
The drifting smoke has affected air quality in parts of the U.S. like Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota.
1 or 2 days may not be the end of the world for most people in good health, but you still want to begin to exercise great caution.
Dr. Panagis Galiatssatos of the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine is also a media volunteer spokesperson for the American Lung Association. He says older adults and those with conditions like asthma should make sure they're protected when air quality is poor, and especially children should limit time outside.
Those years are so pivotal to how their healthy lungs will develop as adults.
Daniel Westervelt, an air pollution scientist at Columbia University, says summer heat can keep fires burning on the ground and give smoke a lift to the skies.
In addition to there being the fuel, the wood, burning, the vegetation burning, but you need strong surface heating basically from the sun to initiate those uplifting motions.
And even when summer skies look clear, small pollutant particles can impact the air quality index and daily life.
The air quality should impact how you plan to go outside, how you plan to behave when you're outdoors, how long will you allow yourself to be outdoors. Poor air quality has a lot of health consequences for every single person.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Well, Cougar football games are going to be easier to watch next season.
Yeah, they are. Washington State and Oregon State secured a new media rights deal.
Yeah, this is a long time coming, especially with the collapse of the Pac-12. Coming up next in sports, we'll have the details of that media rights deal, how you can watch the Cougs next season, and what it means for WSU athletics moving forward.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Arada's Max Auto Sports and Arada's Mitsubishi is having a huge spring cleaning liquidation event. Every car, truck, and SUV has been marked down to extreme liquidation pricing. Bank on site with 0% financing. 0 down, nothing, and no payments for 90 days. Bad credit, no problem. We say yes. Bring the whole family. Pony rides for the kids and barbecue for everyone. So come hungry. So don't miss Arada's huge auto, truck, and liquidation event. May 9th through the 19th on the corner of Lyons and Division.
I'm Chad Young from the Easy Home Buyer, and I pay cash for houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast for cash, call us today for your no-obligation as-is cash offer. We buy houses in any condition, and there are no fees, no commissions, and no repairs. We buy houses with tenants, fixer-uppers, bare land, even haunted houses. Woo! Call us today or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival returns to Pend Oreille County June 15th and 16th. Discover the rich history, folklore, and mystery. From Sasquatch-themed crafts to Bigfoot merchandise, a 5K fun run, and plenty of food. This event is guaranteed to leave you amazed and entertained. Hear from the county's experts about their Bigfoot sightings or sign up for the Presenters Dinner and talk with them firsthand. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. For tickets and information, go to mf-bigfoot.com.
These high school students say this photo destroyed their reputations. Next in Sun Edition, they say they were wearing face masks for acne.
We just took globs of it, smeared it all over our face.
They were even expelled from their elite school.
Getting kicked out was just so surreal.
Then, the dog that went from homeless shelter to the world's most prestigious dog show. Watch the next in Sun Edition.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Well, it'll be easier to watch Cougar football games next season. All of Washington State and Oregon State's home games will be televised on the CW and Fox.
So the idea is to prioritize exposure over revenue. Sports director Julian Minnesone joins us now. And Julian, this could be a really good thing for WSU.
Yeah, especially when you consider all Cougar football home games will be available on every TV household. Pretty awesome, and this will get Washington State as many viewers as possible, which is important as both WSU and OSU are looking to rebuild the Pac-12. This also bolsters the CW sports lineup. The network has already added ACC football, Live Golf, and will debut NASCAR later this fall. Now, the financial information of the deal was not disclosed. Washington State and Oregon State will make less money than if the Pac-12 conference stayed together, but the national TV exposure is a good trade-off. The Cougars will have 5 home games on the CW. The matchup against Texas Tech will air on either Fox or FS1. Now, there is also an increased number of afternoon kickoff times to showcase Pac-12 football to a bigger audience. Kickoff times for WSU's remaining schedule will be released later this month. The Seattle Seahawks schedule is set to be released tomorrow. While the Seahawks don't know the dates and times of their games, the opponents have already been determined. Seattle will play 9 home games and 8 road games. The Seahawks will play every NFC West divisional rival twice. This includes the Arizona Cardinals, San Francisco 49ers, and LA Rams. Now, including the Niners and Rams, Seattle will play 6 teams that made the playoffs last season. The Seahawks failed to reach the postseason in 2023, but will return with first-year head coach Mike Macdonald and look to get back to that spot. The schedule will be announced at 5 o'clock tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And one of Spokane's newest pro sports teams made its first big move today. The Spokane Zephyr women's soccer team signed Marley Canales as its first player, and she's no stranger to the Northwest. Canales was drafted by the Seattle Reign of the NWSL in 2022 and played 10 games over the last 2 seasons. She helped the Reign to the best regular season record in the league, and she was also a standout player at UCLA and has played at several levels for the women's national team. The Zephyr will begin play in August. And Spokane Velocity goalkeeper Peter Swinkles announced his retirement from soccer. Swinkles joined the team in the preseason and then played in 3 games for the Velocity, only allowing 1 goal. And it was just one of those things where wanted to go in a different direction from professional sports. Nothing injury related or anything on that from sometimes that happens. You have a career path change, you know.
Velocity back at home this weekend, too.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it's going to be great. And that match against Omaha this past weekend, probably one of the better games that they've had all year. Went down to the wire.
I like seeing the soccer back in the headlines.
Yeah, pretty cool.
4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a warm and breezy Wednesday and then windy Thursday through Friday with mainly mountain showers. There's cooler weather on the way, and it looks like it is going to stick around. I'll be back with your 8 to 14-day outlook after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
I mean, I have to have it.
Is this you? Finding something you can't live without, but your card is... Adding your P1FCU MasterCard to your mobile wallet makes checking out easy online and at the register.
Almost there.
Open your free Ascend checking account that comes with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Are you struggling to get through the day? Are you experiencing chronic pain, burning, numbness, and tingling in your hands or feet? Pay attention, because you are probably experiencing peripheral neuropathy. The most common symptoms are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, and problems with balance. Neuropathy is treatable, and our office can help. It's time to get real results. Pick up your phone and call us right now. If you're one of the first 25 callers, you'll receive a free nerve damage screening. This nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious nerve damage and if you're qualified for our cutting-edge treatment program to stop the nerve damage. Don't wait until it's too late and your symptoms get so bad that you lose your freedom and are restricted to a wheelchair, walker, or need amputation. Call now to be one of the first 25 callers to receive a free nerve damage screening. Hurry, call now to find out if you qualify for our free nerve damage screening and see how we can change your life. It's time to feel better. Call today.
I'm Mark Peterson. The governors of both Washington and Idaho have declared May Water Safety Awareness Month, and Triple Play has these important tips for you.
Did you know there are over 4,000 drownings each year in the United States? Keeping your family safe is critical in and around the water. Something can happen in an instant. Consider swim lessons for your kids so they become confident and comfortable when in the water. And always make sure a snug-fitting, Coast Guard-approved life jacket is put on before getting in the water. Water Safety Awareness Month is brought to you by Triple Play.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
Welcome back. Take a look at these 2 daredevils flying through London's iconic Tower Bridge. The pair from Red Bull's Sky Team made it look easy, but they've been preparing for this jump for more than 2 years to nail that stunt.
Why am I just thinking of a flying squirrel?
I mean, kind of what it looks like right there, the way they're gliding through the air.
Wow.
Yowza.
Wow. And it looks like they must have gotten permission. This was not impromptu stunt.
Yeah.
Wow. Well then. Beautiful day to stay safely on the ground. You would think it would be safe staying on the ground. Let's take a look at downtown Spokane right now. A few high clouds off to the west as we look to the actual southwest over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena and the Spokane County Courthouse. Our high temperature today was 76 degrees. Above average, 67 is our average high, but nowhere near record territory. 90, our record for today. Our sunrise now just a little bit after 5 a.m. We've got 2 more warm days, 77 Wednesday, 78 Thursday, and then a pretty good drop down to 64 on Friday. And then we're going to stay in the mid-60s, just a bit below average through the rest of the 7-day forecast. And it looks like that trend will continue. Here is a look at the May 22nd through May 28th outlook, the 8 to 14 day outlook. We're in that medium blue, indicating a reasonable signal of below average temperatures. Precipitation, I never believe this until I see it. Until it is falling from the sky in above average amounts, then I will believe it. But the Center for Climate Prediction at least has us on the above average precipitation, lightest shade of green. So there's hope there that we will get some much needed rainfall going as we get into mid to late May. Our weather pattern over the next 48 hours, we have a cold front coming through late on Thursday, but you'll notice very little precipitation accompanying this front. We are going to be greeted with some gusty winds as it passes through, and then it ushers in cooler weather. It'll bring our first cool day for Friday. Again, maybe a mountain shower. I have a 20% chance of precipitation in Spokane on Friday, just in case we get lucky. But the wind is going to be an issue on Thursday. Wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour possible. Those will be picking up in the afternoon on Thursday and into a windy Friday as well. Your planning forecast. Plan on a couple of warm days. Thursday, maybe not as enjoyable as those winds start picking up. Friday, 64 with just a slight chance of showers. And honestly, that weekend is looking good with mid-60s Saturday and Sunday. Very comfortable temperatures with partly sunny skies. And we're going to stay in the mid-60s Monday and Tuesday with that mix of sun and clouds. Overnight lows in the 40s and 50s right on through the 7-day forecast. Kirsten.
Looking good. Thank you, Chris. New research says last summer was the hottest in at least 2,000 years. Scientists looked at tree rings from thousands of trees across the northern hemisphere. They can provide a climate history for each year of the tree's life, going back centuries or even thousands of years. Scientists were able to use that data to reconstruct the yearly temperatures during the summer, and 2024 is on track to be even hotter than last year. So with warmer days and sunnier skies, many of us are starting to grow our gardens. This weekend, you can do your plant shopping and support a great cause.
Yeah, Hazi's Greenhouse is teaming up with Rescue for All for their annual Plants for Pups fundraiser. Hazi's is a family-owned business that has been in Spokane since the 1950s. The Hazi family adopted 2 of their own dogs from the Rescue for All and wanted to find a way to support the nonprofit. Rescue for All gives a second chance to local dogs that have been neglected or surrendered. Its founder, Jamie McAtee, says the crisis has only continued to grow and is currently the worst it's ever been.
Right now, we are overwhelmed. We are absolutely overwhelmed with the number of animals that are coming into the system to where it's not sustainable.
And this weekend, 10% of all plant and flower purchases from Hazi's Greenhouse will support the pups at Rescue for All. For more on how you can support the cause, you can go to our website, KXLY.com. I said it last hour, but I'll say it again. Both our dogs came from Rescue for All.
It's a good cause. Well, around the nation, cross-examination begins for Donald Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen. He's on the witness stand for a second day in the hush money trial against the former president.
Trump's lawyers spent hours grilling Cohen, trying to poke holes in his testimony. ABC's Rena Roy has the story.
Donald Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen, grilled by defense attorneys on the stand. Once one of the former president's closest allies, Cohen testifying about the alleged hush money payment he made to Stormy Daniels days before the 2016 election. Defense attorney Todd Blanche combative, asking about comments Cohen made about him on TikTok, which were promptly stricken from the record. Cohen later conceding he has also said disparaging things about Trump on social media. And when pressed on if he wanted Trump to be convicted, Cohen said he'd like to see accountability. And when pressed, he ultimately responded, yes. Earlier, prosecutors wrapping up their questioning, lasting 9 hours over the course of 2 days. Cohen telling the jury about the lies he says he told on Trump's behalf to journalists and to Congress about the alleged catch and kill scheme. Cohen saying, I regret doing things for him that I should not have, lying, bullying people in order to effectuate a goal. Cohen reiterating that he paid Daniels on behalf behalf of Trump to influence the election, telling jurors it was to ensure that the story would not come out and would not affect Mr. Trump's chances of becoming president of the United States. Prosecutors asking Cohen, were it not for the campaign, would you have paid that money to Stormy Daniels? Cohen replying, no ma'am. Cohen emotional during direct examination when he told jurors about his decision to eventually flip on Trump at the urging of his family. It was at this exact moment Trump's political entourage, including several possible GOP running mates, was escorted into the courtroom by security. Trump has pleaded not guilty to falsifying business records and has denied any sexual encounter with Daniels.
I took a legal expense and they called it, I didn't do it, a bookkeeper did it. She did it exactly right. Took a legal expense and called it a legal expense. This is their whole case.
And Trump has tried to challenge the limited gag order in this case, which prevents him from making public statements about witnesses and jurors. But today, an appellate court upheld the order. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Next ET.
I'm Jimmy Fallon, and this is my ET retrospective.
From celebratory.
That's a good joke.
To the hilarious Fallon fails.
Why would you say that?
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
A la familia.
He's in law enforcement.
We were having dinner. We walked outside.
Whoa, what happened?
What are you not telling me?
New Will Trent tonight on ABC.
The Tire Store for auto repairs, tires, and wheels. At the Tire Store, they'll let you split up your repair bill over a couple months. Get your car fixed today. ASC certified, and you can start an account with no credit check. Tire Store.
At Ironstone Furniture and Fire, quality and comfort are the most important component to every piece of furniture. Visit the showroom for a great selection of sofas, chairs, and tables. On sale now. Create comfort and find the latest trends, styles, and deals at Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
This year we celebrate Gary Middle School. That's where we're going to have the hometown Chevy Diamonds and Dreams. The whole infield's got to go. New fences, new backstop, and dugouts. The kids are going to love it. Diamonds and Dreams brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
Honeymoon phase over already, huh?
You know, these things normally take a while to figure out, and these
We get you compensated fairly and only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction, it's too expensive to remodel your bath. Fact, with Bathfitter's hundreds of design options, you'll get the bath you want to fit your budget. Fiction, bath remodels take forever and tear the house apart. Fact, Bathfitter installation takes just 1 day to fit your schedule. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Four News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, how artificial intelligence is helping crack the code to the language of whales. A look at the phonetic alphabet scientists have discovered.
Wow, I can't wait to see that. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. One more look. Look at that drop in temperatures from 78 Thursday to 64 on Friday. But who doesn't love the mid-60s? That's going to feel great.
Still pleasant.
Very. And don't have to worry about the AC.
I was going to say, yeah, you don't have to. I can't find any more shorts.
It's a comfortable cool.
I know.
A comfortable cool, we'll call that.
I've got to get my summer clothes out.
All right, thanks so much for being with us here on 4 News Now at 6. Julie will have some Mariners highlights for us coming up tonight at 11. We'll see you then for Nightside.